Hi, hello, welcome to Unacademy. So, students, we are here to discuss most asked and yes, most important questions of NTSE. And let's get started very quickly. But before starting, let me introduce myself very quickly. I'm Vindhya Rao. We'll be taking up biology in this particular channel. Let's crack foundation at NTSE. And yes, of course, I've done my master's in biochemistry, bachelor's in biochemistry, botany, zoology, qualified KCET exam, mentored more than 10,000 students by now for various exams like NTSE, NSGS, NEET, and so on. And students, moreover, I'm here to make you fall in love with biology. Yes, and as you all know, I also take up a lot of classes in Unacademy Learning app, both in special as well as in the plus classes. So students, it's very important to attend the plus classes, that is subscription classes. The reason is we will be having structurized courses, and also we will be having courses for the NEET, NTSE, NSGS, and so on. So in order to get the subscription, you have to use the code VRLive, which will be helping you to get 10% discount. Yes, of course, all the educators do have code, but yes, you're Vindhya ma'am. So I also do have a code. VRLive is my code, and while taking the a subscription, don't forget, my dear students, you'll be getting 10% discount, also guidance for various exams, right? And go for 1 year and 2 year, either 1 year or 2 year subscription. The reason is it is highly affordable. And students, now you'll be asking me, ma'am, what is the difference between CBSE 9th and or CBSE 10th and foundation and NTSE subscription? So in foundation and NTSE subscription, not only for class 9th and 10th standard, but also here we will be teaching for NTSE, NSGS exam, NEET exam, also others will be teaching you for JEE exam, right? And yes, students, let's not waste much time. And one more important thing, students of class 9, 10, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12 as well, let me tell you, you have got a great opportunity of the subscription called as Iconic Subscription. So in Iconic Subscription, you will be able to get also creative learning platform, that is let's say some of you might be very good, or you might be liking to draw or to write poem or as such. So in this particular subscription called as Iconic Subscription of this particular plan, you are able to also get for creative learning classes, right? So it is called as Creative Corner. And also you may ask me, ma'am, what is this price? That is for 1 year it is 43,000, and for 18 months it is like 31, 2 months it is 43,000, 2 months, right? And for 18 months it is 31. So why this is costing so much? Let me tell you, students, now for 1 year as well as for 2 years, if you consider the price is a little bit more, the reason is this is a great subscription, not only class 6 to 12, but also you will be also able to study or learn about poetry or other creative platforms. And also students, you will be getting a personal guide, right? So which will be helping you to understand how to study and what is the timetable that you can be doing and so on. So again, while taking the subscription, use my code VRLive to get 10% discount, right? And yes, let's get started. So some of my courses you already know in the foundation, in foundation and NTSE. And so I do take classes in CBSE 9th and 10th category as well, both plus as well as special. So at present, I have 5 courses running in this particular category, foundation and NTSE, and in CBSE 9th and 10th, each one we have. So again, in the next month, 6 courses are going to start for NEET, NTSE, NSGS, and so on, right? And yes, let's start with the question. So my dear students, this particular question had been asked in 2019-20 recently in Uttar Pradesh, yes, stage 1. So this is easiest question ever and very, very, very important question, and it is highly, frequently asked question as well. Many times similar question have been asked by NTSE stage 1, that is smallest unit of classification. We have studied even the full, the mnemonics to remember all this kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species, right? So what should be the answer for this particular question? Smallest unit of classification. So you can answer quickly in the comment section. Yes, smallest unit of classification, is it species, class, order, kingdom? Students, you have to remember that always the classification that is hierarchy, will be starting from kingdom. It's kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. So species is the smallest unit of classification, right? And students, for the CBSE 9th category students, I also going to start a course on diversity, and however we will be starting for courses even for foundation and NTSE subscription students on diversity chapter, right? So in detail we will be studying. So however, while taking the subscription, you know what you have to do, use the code VRLive. Next question, that is, which one of the following is wrongly matched? Again is the question: flagella, euglena, pseudopodia, amoeba, cilia, paramecium, flagella, plasmodium. Uttarakhand, yes, 2017-18. Again recently asked question. So we have studied about all these organisms and diversity, right? Euglena, amoeba, paramecium, plasmodium. All of these are, yes, they are protozoans, which comes under the kingdom Protista. That is, they are unicellular eukaryotes, not prokaryotes, unicellular eukaryotes. That is, they have got true nucleus, but they just have single cell. They come soon after Monera, that is bacteria. So also we have studied in this particular chapter recently, that is, the kingdom Protista can be divided into, yes, animal like Protista, that is protozoans, and plants like Protista, that is unicellular algae including diatoms, right? And also we have studied that. And yes students, I have also given you some homework question that is for NTSE, I guess in diversity living organism chapter. I had given you some homework question. So in this present class I won't be discussing any homework question. So homework question we will be discussing in the upcoming class on diversity. So this is we will be discussing a mostly asked question, like frequently asked question. So here we won't be discussing, right? So cilia, paramecium, so all of these are protozoans. So protozoans, plants like Protista, and then finally we have also studied about fungi like Protista, slime mounds and all we have studied, right? So here answer should be Plasmodium flagella. That is, Plasmodium do not have got any locomotory structure. We had discussed about this as well. I have told you there are certain organisms under Protista students that do not require any locomotory organs, but still they are able to move from one place to another place. That too, from one organism to another organism, from mosquito to human beings. So Anopheles female mosquito will be carrying this Plasmodium, right? So they do not have got any locomotory structure, but still they are able to go from one place to another place by the body fluids of the organisms. So euglena, whip-like flagella, you are able to see. Amoeba, pseudopodia, the false feet. Plasmodium, hair-like structure. Cilia, they are using for the moment. Yes, answer is simple. And yes, let's proceed for the next question. So which tissue of the following connects bone and muscles? Yes, bone and muscles. I know this particular question, you might not be able to answer this question, but let me tell you students, this is mostly asked not only for NTSE exam but any competitive exam, including your final exams of your class 9 standard. This particular question is going to get asked, right? Which tissue of the following connects bone and muscles? Is it ligament, cartilage, areolar tissue, tendon? Bone to muscle. Highly confusing question, right? So what should be the answer? What we'll do? I'll be giving you homework question, because some of you might not be knowing. So what you do? You browse the answer. So when you browse the answer, you are able to make out, yes, because you will be taking some extra effort to find the answer. So this extra effort will be helping you to remember the answer. So let me give this particular question as homework question, that is, which tissue of the following connects between bone and muscle? And there is another question can also be asked, that is, which tissue of the following connects between bone and bone, right? And yes, next question, see, ligament, cartilage, areolar tissue, tendon, what are these? They all are connective tissue. I'm giving you some hints. They all are connective tissues. They are involved in connecting between two parts, two tissues, two cells, or as such. So let's go for the next question, that is living mechanical tissue. Yes, again tissue question. Living mechanical tissue: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, chlorenchyma. So you have to know all the properties of all of this simple permanent tissue. Do you know what are these tissues and where do you find this tissue and what are they made up of? What is the difference between them? Anyone? So my dear students, parenchyma is a living tissue, but it is not helping in the mechanical work. So they are able to act as a packaging material, or maybe they are able to store the food. They are able to help in floating of the plants. They are also helping in the photosynthesis. Whereas chlorenchyma is a type of parenchymatous tissue which will be having chlorophyll. Right now, Collenchyma is actually the right answer here because they are the living mechanical tissue because they are made up of the living cells and they are involved in providing the flexibility to the plants, right? So they are living mechanical tissue because they have got living cells with the pectin thickenings in the corners of the cells. So thereby they are able to help in the mechanical work. And sclerenchyma is a dead mechanical tissue. They are dead. They are made up of the cells. The cells are dead cause of lignification, lignin deposition. So sclerenchyma is a type of living it is a type of dead mechanical tissue, right? Whereas collenchyma is living mechanical tissue. Next question. Perforations are not found in the cell wall of the following cells, that is tracheids, companion cell, sieve tubes, vessels. Again students, see students, if you consider the category foundation in NTSE, here I'm not just taking one course, not only me, others are also taking a lot of courses. So what I do, since I have got lot of hours to do in the foundation and NTSE plus subscription classes, I will be approximately taking 50 hours in foundation and NTSE. So over there, let's say that now you have taken the subscription today and let's say that you want to prepare for many exams and you have to complete many chapters. So don't worry, approximately 5 to 6 courses I will be taking in a month, and in this 5 to 6 courses I will be able to cover different chapters for different exams. So this is how you can cover the syllabus of your NTSE or NSCJS. Okay, yes. So tracheids, companion cells, sieve tubes and vessels. So we all know that they all are the dead cells, right? Except companion cell. Companion cells do not have got pores or perforation. Tracheids do have pores, perforation all over them. Sieve tubes, they have lot of sieves on the sieve cells if you consider, right? And vessels have got pores all around them, and also they will be having openings in the end of the vessels. Here there will be opening and pores are present here as well, right? So students, answer is companion cell. It is the only living cell you are able to see in the following, right? And also they do not have got any pores and they are going to help. Companion cells will be helping the sieve tubes. They will be attached. They will be found attached to the sieve tubes. That is, they will be able to act as a life support for the sieve tubes. Next question, students. Which of the following is body's largest blood vessel? Is it aorta, pulmonary vein, capillary, heart? Yes. Which of the following is body's largest blood vessel? Largest blood vessel. Do you want this as a homework question? Is it heart? Yes. What are heart made up of? Is it capillaries or pulmonary veins? Aorta? Yes. 2 homework question I have already given you. What I'm going to do is, along with this particular homework questions, I will be also discussing the previous one all together in a next class of diversity, in which we will be discussing about plantae. Okay, so I'll be calling all of your name, whoever have given the right answer. So quickly in the comment section, write the answer for the 2 homework questions which I have given you. So this is actually easy. Homework questions are not that difficult. And next question. Enzyme which is absent in pancreatic juice. Oh my God, this is from the life process. Students, life process chapter is not only just important for NTSE, but also this time for the board exam. Lot of questions you can expect from the life process because many other chapters have got deleted. Okay, evolution part have been deleted, control and coordination deleted. So that's why very important chapter, enzyme which is absent in pancreatic juice. Amylase, lipase, pepsin, trypsin. What is the right answer? I know many of you would be getting confused now. Ma'am, what is this? I'm able to see all these enzymes in the pancreas. Students, amylase are of two types: pancreatic amylase, salivary amylase. So pancreatic amylase is present in the pancreas. Now coming to lipase. Lipase also present in the pancreas. I can tell you pancreatic lipase, we can spell it out. But pepsin. Pepsin is the gastric enzyme. It is present in the stomach. Pepsin, if it has to get activated, they require acidic pH. They want HCl. Pancreas do not have got acidic pH. Even intestine do not have got any acidic pH. Right? So this is the gastric juice. Pepsin is a gastric juice. It is present in the gastric juice. So it is absent in the pancreas, in the pancreatic juice. Now coming to trypsin. Trypsin is the protein digesting enzyme in the pancreatic juice. So they don't have pepsin, but they have to have some, enzyme which can digest the proteins, right? So trypsin is the enzyme that is present in the pancreatic juice. Isn't it very easy question? Very easy question. Very important, frequently asked. I literally took 1.5 hours to literally pick out the question because I have seen these questions in many states in the stage 1 in the different years. Okay, so please collect this down and don't worry, after the class I will be also sharing the PDF of this particular not exactly class, but this particular file. Next question. Growth of the plant is not promoted by cytokinins, auxin, gibberellin, abscisic acid. Control and coordination, ma'am. This has been deleted from the board exam, right? CBSE board has deleted this, but still it is there for NTSE exam, my dear students. Growth of the plant is actually promoted by cytokinin, auxin and gibberellin, but it is prevented, inhibited or not promoted by abscisic acid. Yes, this particular question also have been frequently asked. Cytokinin was first discovered during the cytokinesis, that is during the cytoplasmic division. So cytokinins are involved in helping in the cell division. They will be causing for increased cell division. Auxin will be also helpful for the cell elongation and cell division, and this auxin will be causing for the bending of the plants when there is light. So plants are able to bend towards light. That is cause of auxin. Then is gibberellin. Long plant is actually cause of gibberellin. Gibberellin is an enzyme. It is a not enzyme, sorry. It is a phytohormone, plant hormones which are able to cause for elongation of the plant stem. Okay, it has been first extracted and discovered in the fungi called as Gibberella fungiculi. It is not very important for NTSE exam. I just spelled it out. Yes, students, answer is abscisic acid. Let's go for the next question. A pollen tube produced from a pollen grains contain male gametes. So a pollen tube produced from pollen grains contains male gametes of how many number? 1, 2, 7, 8. Maharashtra NTSE 15, 16. Yes, students, you know that in the plus platform we have got series going on. I just reminded, that's it. Yes, so in the pollen tube, students, this is the stigma, and don't worry, even if in case if you're not able to afford plus subscription, we will make sure that you are able to crack NTSE stage 1. Okay, so when there is pollen grains on the surface of the stigma, they will be causing for production of pollen tube. Now this pollen tube will be having just 2 male gametes. But why 2, ma'am? Because one male gamete will be fusing with the ovum to produce zygote, and this zygote can later become embryo, whereas another male gamete in the pollen tube will be fusing with the polar nuclei that is present in the ovule. Yes, to form primary endosperm nucleus and later endosperm. So all the plants do require, most of the plants, they require, along with the embryo production, along with the zygote production, they also produce endosperm, because endosperm will be able to act as a nutritive material for the growing embryo. Okay, so that's why in the pollen tube you get to see 2 male gametes. Next question, that is how many male gametes are essential for essential to form 25 seeds in angiosperm plants. 25, 50, 75, 100. How to answer, how to go about this? How many male gametes are essential to form 25 seeds? So if I have to see 25 seeds, how many male gametes we require? Very easy, because we just discussed about the same concepts, right? How many of you are able to answer? Answer quickly. How many male gametes are essential to form 25 seeds in the angiosperm plants? Again, very simple, students. Again, very simple. The reason is, if I have to see 25 seeds, I have to make sure that there are totally, yes, how many gametes? 50 gametes, right? So when I say seed, it is made up of embryo and endosperm, right? So to form embryo, we want 25 male gametes. To form endosperm, again we want 25 male gametes. Totally 50 male gametes we require to see the 25 seeds. And next question. In the plant's ovary develops into uterus, ovary, flower, bud. Very easy once again. In the plant's ovary will be developing into what? This is the style and this is the stigma, right? So yes, here you get to see ovule with the ovum and then other cells and everything. So students, the ovary of the plants will be converted into, oh, there is a mistake. Okay, so let me write other options. In plants, ovary will be developing into, yes, seed, fruit, flower, seed coat. Yes, A, B, C, D. So if these are the options, what can be the right answer? In plants, ovary will be developing into seed, fruit, flower, seed coat. Options might have been different in the real Chhattisgarh, the stage 1 exam, but answer is same. I mean, question is same and that particular one answer is same. So answer is very simple, students. Always and always and always, the seed will be able to get developed from the ovule. Ovule will be converted into seed. Ovary will be converted into fruit, right? And then we get to see integuments will be converted into seed coat, and primary endosperm is going to get developed into endosperm, and the zygote is going to get developed into embryo. I repeat once again, zygote is going to get developed into embryo, right? And ovule is going to get developed into seed, and ovule's outer integuments is going to develop into seed coat, and ovary is going to get developed into fruit. Okay, yes, let's move for the next question. The common passage of urine and sperm in the human male is, right? Seminal vesicle, ureter, vas deferens, urethra. Common passage for both the urine and sperm. Sperms are able to get produced by only human female. I mean, not exactly human female, but in the male individual, we get to see production and release of the sperm. In the case of female, we get to see ovum, egg, right? So here they are asking, which among the following is a common passage for both sperm and urine? So what is the right answer? This particular question is from the chapter How Do Organisms Reproduce? Seminal vesicle, ureter, vas deferens, urethra. So my dear students, yes, vas deferens, seminal vesicle, they are exclusively part of human male reproductive structure. But ureter and urethra is present both in male as well as female. Ureter will be able to carry the urine, yes, in the both male as well as female. But in the case of male individual, urethra is quite long and they are able to transport both urine and the sperm. Okay, but one thing that you have to remember, students, when the urethra is able to transport urine, sperm cannot pass through the urethra. And when urethra is able to transport, sperm that is in the semen, they cannot release out urine. Okay, so easy as well as interesting question. Next question, we'll see how many questions we have. A lot of questions we have today. Yes. So next question is, which of the following is site of fertilization in the humans? Is it uterus, oviduct, ovary, vagina? Which of the following is site of fertilization in the humans? Which of the following is site of fertilization in the humans? Simple question once again. Uterus. Yes, we call them as womb. Oviduct, also called as fallopian tube. Right? Ovary. What is ovary? Ovary is, we use the same term both in plants as well as in the animals. Ovary, vagina, they all are the part of the female reproductive structure, and answer is very simple. Oviduct, fallopian tube. So in the fallopian tube, especially in the ampulla isthmus part of the oviduct, fallopian tube, we are able to see fusion of male and female gamete. That is nothing but called as fertilization. Right? So fertilization of the female gamete ovum, the egg, will be seen in the oviduct, fallopian tube. Okay, recently asked question, and yes, frequently asked question. Next question. Sexually transmitted diseases. Wow, this is an amazing question, students, because there are two options which will literally drive you crazy. Man, we know this, but what is that? C and D. Malaria, yes, of course, everyone know malaria is by zooey zooey, that is your mosquito. Diarrhea, loose motion, that is cause of different disease, I can tell you. But students, AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome is sexually transmitted disease, my dear students. AIDS is STD, 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 and hepatitis. Hepatitis are of many types. Hepatitis A, B, C, D, E. Only hepatitis B and C are sexually transmitted disease. Rest all are by the foodborne, waterborne, right? So most correct answer over here will be AIDS, because they are exclusively sexually transmitted disease. Okay, very important, highly confusing question and most frequently asked question. So what exactly, when I say most frequently, it doesn't mean that the same question they might have asked. Yes, many times same they will be asking, but also sometimes they will be interchanging some option. They won't write sexually transmitted disease. Sometimes they will be simply writing STD. Okay, and they may add some other disease as well. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Next question, hemophilia. Again, very important, but not very much frequently asked. But this type of questions are asked in West Bengal, Bihar, and yes, Delhi, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, in some of the states wherever they have hemophilia in their state syllabus. No, this question will be asked. Bleeding disease, it is called as Christmas disease. It can be called as royal disease. It can be called as, right? Again, hemophilia are of many types, my dear students. Hemophilia are of many types. Based upon the absence of the clotting factors, yes, based upon the absence of the blood clotting factor, there are different types of hemophilia. So hemophilia is a type of disease in which person who is suffering will be able to show abnormal bleeding. There won't be clotting at all. So much of blood will be lost, and also person can die by bleeding. Yes. So this particular disease, hemophilia, is linked with the sex chromosome. When I said it is royal disease, Queen Victoria, she was a carrier of hemophilic gene, but she was not affected because this particular hemophilia is a recessive allele or gene that is able to cause the disease, and they are present in the sex chromosome. So when a female has to get the disease, both of her X chromosome should be having the hemophilic gene. But for male to get hemophilia disease, He just has one X chromosome, right? So when in one X chromosome, if you're able to see the genes or alleles which are able to cause hemophilia, he will be able to show the disease. So it is X-linked recessive disease. Next question. Yes, last question, but very important and not that difficult question. In Mendelian monohybrid cross, how many offsprings of recessive character will appear in F2 generation? 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 3, West Bengal. It had been asked in 2015-16 West Bengal. In Mendelian monohybrid cross, how many offsprings of recessive character will? Array, such a simple question. When I say monohybrid, you are able to make out in your mind 3:1 is phenotypic ratio, ma'am. So out of 3, out of 4, only one is having dwarf character, one is having recessive character. Rest 75%, rest of the 3 would be having dominant character, right? They are able to show dominant character. So answer is very simple once again, that is C. So these are very, I can assure you some of the questions can also repeat in your state from this, because they are frequently asked, not 1 or 2, more than 2 to 3 times. These questions have been asked in the NTSE stage 1 in the different states in the different years, right? So that's all for today, students. And yes, if you want to get the updates of my classes, both special plus and so on, you can join to this particular channel of mine. That is, it is an official channel, that is t.me/vrlivebio is the channel link. And yes, coming to the subscription, students, it's very important, because now here you are not able to get the response from me because I have to dedicate my time for solving the questions and so on. But in the plus classes, there will be personalized classes, which means you can ask questions with me. I will be able to answer your question. And at the same time, students, most of us, I can tell you, will be giving you DPPs. And yes, I will be giving you handwritten notes for CBSE 9th and 10th final exams, right? And yes, while taking the subscription, use the code VRLive. More than that, go for 1 year and 2 year subscription, because it is highly affordable. Less than 30 rupees per day, it will come up, right? And yes, there can be a hike as well. Students, let me tell you, you will be regretting if you don't take subscription now. The reason is, when you go for your 11th and 12th, the price of NEET or JEE coachings or anything like that would be definitely more than 50,000. Less than 50,000, I don't think so any coaching institute will be, or any organization, any institute, even if you consider an academy, it is not less than 50, right? So, but here in foundation and NTSE category, for the 9th and 10th itself, we are teaching you for the NEET, JEE and so on. So it's the right time now to take. And yes, look at the price. It is less than even 20,000. 30 rupees per day approximately it will come up. So yes, and next important thing, I have told you even in the beginning, iconic subscription. Keep it in your mind, because it's very important to have a hobby and develop a hobby. And in your future, the hobbies like poetry, dancing, singing is going to help you for sure. If you may get bored in your work or something, these hobbies, that is creative things that you do in your childhood, have to continue also for your adulthood, because that's only will make you feel happy in your work time. Okay, so I'm telling by experience, to be very frank. So you have to think about iconic subscription at the same time about the creative corners. So host price, you can see over here 9th, what is the price, right? For 10th also, that the price would be same. Okay, so that's all for today. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and yes, don't forget to join to this particular link, because all of my notes are shared here. Okay, bye bye.